Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta. Ooh. Welcome back, guys. Got your intro back for you, Ryan.
Woo! Way better. The horns are way nicer. My ears are...
One episode. That's it.
We'll see. Changing it up did not make us play any better. So
maybe it made us play worse. Maybe that was your fault for playing your...
I could take so much credit for us playing poorly over the years. I think I've done my part to drag us down. That's for sure. So,
well, tell me about the game. That's what I want to hear about because I didn't see it. I just saw scores. I saw some highlights. We didn't play as bad as JMU game, but we didn't play great again.
I mean, we were in it until we weren't.
Arkansas State was a far worse team than JMU, so I don't know if we necessarily played better.
Okay.
We were able to accomplish a little bit more, I suppose. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if that's true.
Well, you would like to think that after the horrendous scheduling we had, being gone for 4 road games, including a fifth bye week to start the whole thing off, that we would come in with a little intensity and play a little better. But nope, we just continued to screw the pooch the entire game. This was a close one. It was a 1-score game. We I think did ever get more than like 10-point difference. I can't remember. Maybe got a 14-point difference at some point. But it was never more than a 2-score difference at all. We were in it into that fourth quarter where we just, exchanged field goals for touchdowns and lost another 1-score game. We've lost 8 games, 4 of which have been by 1 score, by a touchdown.
But even if one of those field goals turned into a touchdown, we still lost.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
sure.
It was like it's not a good situation.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Was it an evenly matched, somewhat pillow fight?
Well, that was my icon for the thumbnail. Was a pillow fight for last week's episode. So I was trying to do something else with it. I was trying to have like the shadow of a panther looking down on a grave, and the grave's tombstone was going to say 2024 bull bid, but I could not get the AI to give me the image that I wanted. They were all horrible. So I was like, all right, no, let's just fast forward to a pillow fight between Arkansas State and Georgia State, and that's what we got. So
a 2-7 Georgia State is just somewhat worse than a 5-4 Arkansas State from the West. Third place team.
We were favored in that game. We were favored. I don't know why we were favored in that game. We were favored in that game. They're now bowl eligible. We got to give that to a team. That was nice of us.
That's what we're given this season, right? Every team that plays us is at 5, and they get their 6th win after they play us.
No, not
every team, but no.
Yeah. It's man, I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed out right now. This is
bad, guys.
What's frustrating is going into the season, all the preseason preview hoopla crap all had, everybody was picking, especially all the fan stuff was picking Georgia State to be last in the East or second to last in the East. And I was like, no, they have no idea. They got no idea what McGee's cooking down there on Georgia Avenue with Georgia State football. And I don't think they were right. Obviously, I wasn't right, but it sure does look like they're right where we are now. 0-6 in conference. Not a single conference win.
There was this crazy guy that posted on like the Sun Belt Facebook groups about us not winning a game or winning 1 game. And I think after we had won 2, he took his posts down. He should have left them up.
that was actually what was getting the guys buy-in was that guy's post. But this is still like it's just like so Georgia State. We barely beat an FCS team, then we beat what has turned out to be a good Vanderbilt team, and then just cannot put a full 4 quarters together. So there's some games where we just got beat. There's no question about it. Jimmy Madison, TDS, they just beat us. Was Appy one of the ones that just beat us straight out. But then you've got these other games where we were in it. We've been in a lot of these games. We should have fought a little bit harder if we could put it all together. It's just, man. It's depressing.
Where do we go from here?
San Marcos.
Well, is there any news about Gibson?
Is he okay?
He went down in the game,
shit.
and Vayer finished it up. I think. I'm not sure exactly.
Vayer did come back in, but I don't know how much of it was because Gibson was hurt, or how much of it was because McGee was just trying to see what could work exactly.
I was gonna say it's a 5 o'clock game, so you guys had a little extra time.
What did you think of the 5 o'clock kickoff, Ryan?
It was great. I thought it was really good. It left plenty of time afterwards, and and then beforehand, it felt like a lot of time. It was good. It's a good time.
Like, especially with the time change, I think it was nice because we are actually able to get the kickoff going before it was like pitch black outside.
Yeah,
which was nice. I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, definitely. So. It's a good time to kick off. I don't know why we don't. I guess it's because TV.
Yeah. I saw
question immediately. I was like, TV.
I saw there Sunbelt. There was a thread on the Sunbelt board today, and it was just called "I hate ESPN." So I'm like, got me. I'm in. I want to see what you have to say. And it was a Monroe dude, and they have like their game against
11
a.m. playing 11 a.m. Central. So it's a noon game. It would be a noon game, for us, but 11 a.m. Central.
So terrible. Oh, thank God we're not in Central Time Zone. Every game would be 11.
Yeah.
Some will be like, that is the Georgia State official time.
Did we have a noon? We didn't have a noon home game, did we?
No. This year we've been,
because we the first 5 games or something like that were all night games. With the 2 weekday games. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind a early away game kick if I'm not going to be there.
Don't mind a nooner.
I don't mind a nooner. I don't mind a nooner when it's away. Wake up. Watch a little college game day. When that's done, just
mosey on over.
Flick on the Georgia State game. So
some people are into that.
Flick that button.
I hear you. You do not have to clarify any further.
So the team wore black for homecoming. Are we gonna bemoan that, or do we not care?
I don't care. The only thing I noticed was I didn't know was it a blackout for us too? Like I don't know if I got that memo.
I don't know if they promoted it as a blackout. They definitely promoted that the team was gonna be wearing black.
Right. They had like a little teaser they put out there first, see who could figure it out, which wasn't too hard.
Coded message that it was going to be black uniforms.
But then they quickly transitioned into black everything.
Dave Cohen gave a little shade about them choosing black for the uniforms. I forget what the post was exactly on Twitter, but he posted something like, school colors and it being homecoming. I was like, of course you wear your school colors on homecoming. No, not.
So we should have picked a different game. That's what he was saying.
Do you think that he was that McGee was just trying to mix things up, get the guys excited? So for whatever it
anything
is, I think the black uniforms are fantastic uniforms. It's not a school color, but it's a fantastic looking uniform. I cannot say enough about having Atlanta on the front of it. But it seems like football players in general, doesn't matter what the color of your school colors are. College football players just freak out when they get black uniforms. That is just like the hotness, whatever it is.
We actually have really good black basketball uniforms too. Those are nice.
And so
Panthers.
And so what's weird was like black uniforms for basketball were like our NCAA appearance uniforms. We only wore them, before Coach Hunter. We only wore them and I think even for that first the shot game and everything, we had the black uniforms on, right? Which is weird to me because I feel like when you're on that national stage, that's when you should definitely be wearing your school colors, right?
The blue or the white, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, well, we're Georgia State. We do things differently, David.
It just didn't bother me that much. I'm like, it's whatever. But if they wanted us to wear black, they should have said something. But I guess they didn't, so that's okay too. I
didn't see anything where they encouraged a blackout, but it wouldn't really matter at our stadium. As many people that show up to a game,
so it's really
they do that.
It's a blue out automatically.
Because of the seats.
Because of the seats, yeah.
I mean, it's probably fine, but it also could just be another example of them just sort of half-assing it. We're gonna typically the fan wears or the team wears black uniforms, the fans wear black. It's a blackout,
right?
Yeah, all black. but this time it wasn't. So it just feels weird. I'm fine with it, but it just feels like maybe they're just not doing half of it.
But they actually put effort into it because like we've not known what the uniforms were going to be going into a game day until like literally at the tailgate, and we would see what the uniforms are going to be. Whereas under Coach Sean, we would get that on Thursdays, Wednesdays, or
It's
Thursdays.
like a midweek thing.
You'd have that release.
It was a thing, and I like that. Yeah, that was something I liked, and we just haven't seen that under McGee. And he obviously has a bajillion things on his plate.
Kind of takes after UGA.
You were like our resident. You posted it during the week.
Yeah.
That's one of Tim's things. We get our little colored emoji balls up there. You get a blue, white, white, or a white, blue.
They took it from you.
All the blacks,
bastards.
Yeah. Actually, weirdly enough, the team up the street or up the highway, they also were black on Saturday, and they
Kennesaw State.
Actually, just kidding. The fans wore black. The fans did a blackout at UGA, but the players didn't wear it. Yeah. Now, maybe, just maybe,
that's weird.
McGee takes after Kirby and he's like,
a little too much.
I don't go for that shit. I don't care about it.
Well, and like in Athens, the blackout thing got a little bit, hairy there for a little while. So, they were like, we can't do blackouts anymore. So
they made this big, huge ordeal about doing blackout game for Auburn or some crap, and then lost.
They shit the bed.
But there was a blackout in Georgia, Georgia versus LSU, and it is quite possibly the best football game I have ever been to. The crowd, it was like a 7:00 kick, so everybody was drunk as shit, and like the crowd was just insane, and like the whole atmosphere was great. And I'm sorry I'm talking about Georgia right now, but just really cool atmosphere. And so like when they were all upset about blackouts, I was like, I have experienced a really fun blackout.
I have to ask though.
I've experienced fun blackouts, but I don't usually remember them. So
hey, I have to ask Ryan though, because I know the style of football that you like. So if this was like the best football game you've ever watched, did the
0-2
score ended like 3-0 or like?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not the game itself, but the atmosphere. The atmosphere was electric.
Yeah, it was definitely like that up there in Athens Saturday versus Tennessee. It was crazy in that stadium. And that just made me think, you know what? I wish I was at the other game because I know the atmosphere is at least as good.
We ate well. We ate very, very well at the tailgate. We started the day off with some peanut butter and jelly pizza.
Super interesting.
Fantastic. So good. So good. And then followed up with some more traditional types of pizza and everything. But
it's good.
Paula brought that steak and like a blue cheese spread and mushrooms and made a pizza. That was real good. That was nice.
Wait, how were the smash burgers?
No smash burgers, man.
So you did fade into the shrubs.
Didn't do it.
I Homer Simpson into the shrubbery. Absolutely.
I thought for a second there's some urgency
I'll tell you what, man, I've had some shit going on here, and I was at the grocery store on that Friday, and I was getting ready. I was like, I got to pick up crap for the burgers and everything, and then I was thinking of actually, Tim, you may have willed this into being because I was thinking about you messaging me about me not doing smash burgers and getting coasting on the coattails of the pizza and the steak and stuff coming up there, and I was like, you know what, I think Tim may be right. I think I don't need to do smash burgers. And as soon as I had that realization inside the grocery store, it was like this burden just lifted off my shoulders. I felt so free. I felt so good. It was amazing.
You're just saving it for a basketball game. That's all.
I did make some smash burgers at home though. They were
really good. Blame Tim in like the nicest way possible.
I know.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't even land.
Yeah. Well.
No, I saw the whole thing and I'm like, that was rude because you should have made smash burgers. But that's
Paula asked you to make smash burgers, so
I promised things this year too, and I have not come through.
Basketball, We're smash burgers at a basketball game. That went over pretty well that one time.
Yeah, well, we did it a couple times. That's how we
smash burgers for Kennesaw.
Our last, we could probably do that. That's December 5th, I think.
6th, 5th. I don't even know.
I want to say it's 5th. It's a couple of weeks. 5th is it 9, 8?
Tailgate by the magnolia trees, since we can't get to the top of the parking deck.
We can. We just got to pay for a parking pass. I don't want to do that because that's stupid. The we touched on this quite a bit last week, but I'm still just kind of like bummed out by the lack of effort we're seeing from the athletics department. There's just nothing really going on over there.
Nope.
Just mailing it in this
Crazy.
year. Just let's wrap up the year now. Let's get to March of 2025 so we can just call it a day.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. Maybe. I hope not.
Somebody's mailing it in. It seems like it's the whole department, but somebody at the top is mailing it in.
We should get a countdown clock till it's winter so that we know the very last day we're going to be shoveling some earth to get a new baseball stadium.
Should we just go? Should we do that? Should we just go out at the last football game? Just go out there and
take some shovels.
Take some shovels and a pickaxe and just like start cracking through the asphalt and be like, hey, you said you were breaking ground. We just want to make we don't want to make liars out of you guys. We're gonna actually break ground for this.
Isn't there some grass somewhere over there, like by the Hank Aaron wall? We can just shovel in there a little bit.
No, I'm not sure you'd be allowed to do that.
Yeah, I'm not touching. I don't need some bad juju messing with the Hank. I'm not gonna do that at all.
There's no island that has a little grass on it somewhere. We just pretend that that's where the baseball stadium's going to be.
Not down there, not there in that blue lot, or is that the green lot? Not there in the green lot.
I say we let them be liars.
well,
I don't know. I'm looking. There's an island out there, and they could just go shovel a little bit of grass out and call it a day.
Ground broken.
Ground is broken.
I think I've got a pickaxe over here. I think
we should
crack open a little bit, whatever. We can do our own State of Atlanta groundbreaking of the new baseball facility at the Hank.
We should totally do it. We have to do it. We're doing it.
Okay. We're going to go to jail, right?
I've been arrested for dumb reasons.
Come on.
That would actually be pretty funny.
With what goes on in that parking lot, that is what they'll arrest us for.
Wait, have you seen the pavement in Atlanta? Like, we're just making it like slightly better than the rest of it.
Center field island.
I like this.
There's
let's
actual
go.
Grass. We don't have to deface the.
We should do a ceremony about it. Like, let's go live stream with it, and we'll get a little ribbon cutting ceremony. We'll buy I'll put a blue ribbon around this axe, this pickaxe that I've got over here, and we can all take our little chances of cracking the asphalt up and being like, here we go.
I feel like you're purposefully ignoring that Tim says there's this grassy area that's perfect, and you're just like, I want to mess up this pavement.
Well, I
want to use my pickaxe.
Is your grassy area where home plate or the pitcher's mound would be? So that's where you got to break ground, right? You got to break ground where either home plate or the pitcher's mound's going to be. Those are the two places.
No, there's no grass there.
Okay. Well, there will be. We'll go there. I'll bring a square of sod.
Plant some grass.
I'll go to Home Depot and or I guess at Home Depot, that's the local place. Even though Lowe's is closer, and Lowe's has blue and white colors. I'll go to Lowe's because they have blue and white colors. I'll go to Lowe's and I'll get a little square of sod, and we can crack open like Georgia State knows what color blue we are, and crack open a little bit of the asphalt, and I put a little 4-inch square of grass right there, and be like, future get a little sign, future home of Georgia State baseball complex. I'm liking this idea.
But a printed sign that you just kind of fold, like the cardboard ones, where you go to a conference.
Just get all real. No, get like a real estate sign, just like a big thing.
Oh, even better.
Coming soon. All right, someone's gonna have to remind me of this tomorrow.
Where were we? We were talking about football.
No. All right, Arkansas State beat us. We were favored. We lost. Now we're heading to San Marcos, a game that I was on. We were favored against Arkansas State. It ended up being a 3-point favorite against Arkansas State. ESPN that was one game. ESPN had us favored to win that game all season long. I checked all their little stats, whatever. Maybe something was broken on their website and they just forgot to recalculate that game. I'm not sure exactly. Vegas had it as a 3-point favorite. ESPN has a 68% chance of winning or whatever. Now, go to San Marcos, a game that I wanted to go to. I wanted to go see my Bobcats in action, and it was just absurdly expensive to get there. And now I don't want to go because, my God. And Texas State is like a 21, 20
Wow.
favor in the game.
Jesus.
This could
ESPN
be-
FPI has an 89% chance of them winning.
I would say if you're a Georgia State fan, put money on Texas State to cover, and that way you have a chance to really root for something in the game. You know?
Oh boy.
Wow.
I apparently thought it was really clever to tell Becca to text me overdogs that we were the overdogs in the Arkansas State game. I got the text this morning and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And she was like, "It was a timed text. You told me to text you that." And I was like, "I have no idea what that means." But because we were supposed to win, but we were still the dogs.
Yeah.
This must be like a 7:45 p.m. message.
What
You know
time-
what? It was. I think again, I was a lot more clever on Saturday.
Wait, when you were several Golden Panthers deep?
Yeah, and I had a few.
Did we run out of Golden Panther? That's
No,
all.
we actually got bonus Golden Panther. It was great.
Mhm.
We got a little.
Ooh.
Normally we get a couple cases. We had 3 cases, which is very, very nice. All right, so it's a 7:00 kick on 7:00 kick on this Saturday. Whew.
Nice. Prime time for our game.
Well, prime time on ESPN Plus, right? Yeah.
Well, so are we doing? We're doing Manny's.
I would think Manny's, right?
All right, if we're up for it, I think I can make that happen. I can make that
why
a
not?
reality.
That'd be fun.
And we'll have we're gonna do it's a double date, not double date. What do you want to call it? Back-to-back date because we have basketball on Friday as well.
We do have basketball on Friday. Yeah. Who is it? I don't even know.
NC Central.
Oh, we played them in football some years ago.
Yeah,
Did we?
did.
It was like our first or second year. Yeah, they had an incredible band. Probably have an incredible. Band.
Is NC Central one of the HBCUs?
Yeah, and it was all. I mean, it was awesome. It was like, and like they had more fans there for the band. Like when the band came out, it was like they showed up for some reason, and then like they left.
They all left.
I think it's so funny.
So they're like our students then.
I am a fan. I'm a fan of marching bands and that the whole pageantry that goes along with it, especially bands that really get into it, like most of these HBCU programs do. And then there's non Ohio State's known for having a fantastic band and stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. I wish, and our band's fantastic, but I would like to see those bands that really just kind of get into it and bump and grind. That's a lot of fun.
There are different styles. Let's us.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Ohio State is phenomenal. I mean, I've seen some crazy things, but to watch like when I saw NC Central here, I mean, it's just a different. It's just a different show.
Did you see Ohio State?
They're both great.
Did you see Ohio State do the band formed like a bear or something that pooped on a Michigan flag?
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, the marching band, and I think Ohio State's thing, obviously a great band, but their big thing is doing like the animated, like the members form images and moving images.
The one I remember is a T-Rex chasing a Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jurassic Park to the Jurassic Park music. I'm like, it's so cool.
So this one they kind of formed themselves into like a bear, I guess is what it was. And then some guys go out and they unveil a Michigan flag on the field, and of course you get boos and everything from all the fans that are in there. And then the bear starts leaning up, and some people come out and they come out of the butt of the bear and they unveil the poop emoji, and it goes over the Michigan flag.
Those shows are hard to do. Like, it's impressive to watch what they do, marching across the field, making all those shapes and scenery. But yeah, don't. Sorry, my Siri woke up. I didn't say the word.
It's talking to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Texas State. 22-point dog. I guess we'll be at Manny's to watch it. Yeah, I'm not saying this because I want Georgia State to win. But here's my logic. If you put money on Texas State to cover the 21, 22 points, whatever it is, worst case scenario, you lose your money and Georgia State wins. I guess worst case scenario is they don't cover and we still lose.
Yeah, I don't bet against us.
I don't really bet, but
I mean. I've said we're going to win every week, so I kind of have to continue. We're going to win. There you go.
You think so? You think we win
You
this
don't
game?
have to.
We
No,
got
I do.
tagged
Until we win. I'm saying that. So it could be forever. Who knows?
a couple hours ago. One of was it, they got fifth quarter. Fifth quarter is like one of those like sidelines. What's the other one? The Barstool
Barstool? Yeah.
accounts.
Are they only active for 15 minutes after a game?
Yes.
Something like that, yeah. But one of them tagged our Twitter account and like their poll about who's going to win the game, Texas State or Georgia State, and of course I voted Georgia State was going to win the game because of course I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
and there
popularity
for yes, it is. It's all that's a popularity contest. But for a fleeting moment, we had 100% of respondents saying that Georgia State was going to win, with one vote counted.
Count it.
Yep. So
Stop
prediction.
the election.
Call it a mandate. We're done.
That's a mandate. Yeah,
100%. That's a hell of a mandate.
We are overdue for a win, right?
I don't think
What
that's
do you
how
want to
it
win
works,
more?
but yeah.
What?
No,
Right.
it does.
I hope so.
In a hypothetical, hypothetical situation, we can only win. A genie comes down to you. A genie comes down to you and says, "I'll give you one win this season. It's either Texas State on the road or Coastal Carolina at home. Which game do you pick to win?"
I mean,
Coastal.
Coastal easy.
Yeah.
Break the curse, break the weird streak, break all of it.
Also,
Yes.
does that make us not last in the East if we win one? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, right. It's in the
Good
East.
question.
Yeah, if we win one, we're still last because Appy and Coastal both have 2 wins. And
So we need to win this week and next week
to tie.
to tie.
And then
We would beat Coastal at that point because we'd have
that.
Yeah.
I don't know who Coastal has this week if they
yeah.
were to win this week, but if they lose this week and we win out, then we would have the head-to-head tiebreaker and we would come in 6th place in the East.
All right, David.
goals.
Well,
All right.
Something to play for.
Do you sacrifice Coastal Carolina and let TDS beat them this week?
Oh, that's what they're playing as TDS. Well, right now, I mean, I'm never, ever rooting for TDS to win a game. That's just never going to happen.
Okay.
So I'm not rooting for TDS to win. That being said, as long as Marshall does their job, then they win the East. Like they're in the driver's seat right now in the East Division, and if they're not, Jimmy Madison could. I don't want Jimmy. I'd rather Marshall win the East than Jimmy Madison. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But so right now we are 0-6 in conference in the East. Southern Miss is 0-6 in the conference in the West.
One win though.
Everyone, they only have one win versus our 2 dominant. Our margin of victory in our 2 wins is 7 points.
Man, we are packing all the important stats tonight.
People talk about all the time about how you have so many bowl games that they're meaningless bowl games, or what it is, like there's 30, 60, 500 of them, how many they have. There's meaningless. It's like, what? I think if we're gonna have meaningless bowl games, let's lean in to meaningless bowl games. And I want to have a best of the worst. I want to see Georgia State and Southern Miss play a bowl game to find out who actually is the worst team in all of the Sun Belt.
You should petition your friend at the conference head office and see if you can make that happen for you.
My buddy Keith Gill.
Yeah, he will listen to you.
I mean, more football is always better. So
well,
whatever, it's fine.
Well, all he would do is listen to me when I saw him. He refused to say a word. He would not utter a single word when I was talking to him.
He's like, if I just say nothing, he'll go away, right?
That's exactly what it was. I might as well have been a spirit or something. I was definitely not getting any acknowledgement at all that I was saying anything.
You got me curious now. Who does Appy have? Ooh, Appy's got Jimmy Mad.
Are we rooting for Appy? Are we rooting for Appy in that one? I think I'm rooting for Appy in that one.
Yeah, because I kind of want Southern and Madison to get losses, so that Marshall's protected.
I have no respect for the fan base of Jimmy Madison. I do have respect for Appy State's fan base.
Yeah,
Marshall's never done anything to I've never had a bad interaction with anybody from Marshall.
Yeah, they seem cool.
Yeah,
this is the season they were supposed to have last year, I think.
Marshall was supposed to be good last year.
Yeah. And they just were not at all. So they figured it out. I mean, they had a terrible season and they turned it around. Now they're 7-3, 5-1.
So I feel like both our football and our basketball programs are suffering from the same type of situation. We have phenomenal recruiters as our head coaches, but we don't know if we have good coaches as our coaches. Now, obviously, Jonas has had a couple of years to set that stage. McGee, this is his first year, so who knows? We could write the ship next year and change everything dramatically. But it is kind of interesting that we have these both the two bigger sports that get followed by everybody. We have these phenomenal recruiters that bring in some great names and then just can't put anything together on the court or on the field. It's kind of strange. The new GSU.
I hope no. Whoa, no. Like that new Atlanta, no. I hope Jonas knows this is his last year, so it's kind of put.
You think so?
Yes.
You think
I
so?
mean, I don't know. I hope so.
I mean, if he can't pull it together, then it should be.
If it's just as bad or worse than the last 2 years, it's time to cut.
Yeah. So let's lean into basketball. We played at Jacksonville State, which will always have a special place in my heart because that's the first time that Ryan and I really hung out together, and I think we became bros in Jacksonville. Well, okay. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, among other things, I mean that game was so. I thought we turned a corner. I thought we'd really turned a corner in that game. We were up 10 points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like we weren't playing great. We weren't shooting great. Neither were they. Whatever. Put up 41 points in the first half. Put up 26 points in the second half. Oddly enough, they put up 41 points. If they put up as many points in the second half as we did in the first half, it's just they scored more in the first half. So they win by by 5. By 5. That was just a heart crushing loss.
That was we don't know how to protect a lead loss, which is not a good thing.
Is that like a Coach Hunter thing?
You remember those games? We get by 28 points, they get it down to like 4. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh, and there was what was it, the first conference championship game that we played in against Lafayette?
Oh no.
Yeah, we were up by I don't know if it was 20 points, but we were definitely up by a dozen or so.
Yeah.
And the last 4 minutes of the game, we just pissed it away and lost everything.
I was there and it sucked.
Well, yeah, because you were in Louisiana.
I know, but the good thing is with Louisiana, there's plenty of booze everywhere right afterwards. So.
That's what everybody talks about. Everyone talks about how great Louisiana is because of the accessibility of alcohol.
It's everywhere.
They have to do that because if you are not sober, you're like, oh crap, I'm in Louisiana. This place sucks.
I also don't have any problem finding alcohol in Georgia, like none, just zero.
It is cheap in New Orleans.
I know, but it's really easy. I mean, I pay less than $1 a beer. I'm good. I'm fine.
I'm pretty sure when you get pulled over, they give you a daiquiri. In Louisiana, they just like, what flavor do you want?
So I mean,
the back of the cop car has its own dispenser of
You mentioned that we couldn't hang on, but the
13-point lead.
Yeah, but the stat on that, the shooting was 34%, 35%. I mean, it's so. What are you gonna do? What do you mean? How do we hang in with anyone shooting? I mean, I guess they only shot 40%. So
we clearly just don't have rust or double rust. We got triple, quad layer rust. We got to just knock off.
What is it about these teams that they can't drop baskets? You know what I mean? They can't just get it into the hoop.
Get into the hole.
The one thing that they're really supposed to do.
Well, at least the one thing we're missing the jump shots, the 3-pointers, on all that kind of stuff. But we're still
layups.
Again. Well, no, remember Lanier's last 2 years here, even the NCAA appearance, where anytime there was a breakaway and we go for that easy layup, that ball
cringe.
And it wasn't even the swirling around the rim and then flying out. We would just flat out miss the layup.
Maybe coach is just getting ahead of himself and like not like doing the basics first, or something like just expect. I would
fundamentals.
expect if you like recruited a 4-star guy or a 3-star guy that they come already knowing how to shoot.
I can't
I would-
imagine we're this bad at shooting. I just can't.
Really?
Like, there's just no way.
A layup is like the name of it, the
Highest
layup. It's an
percentage shot
easy
in
thing,
basketball.
right?
Yeah.
I think anybody that starts on a Division III basketball team should be able to score an uncontested layup, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd hope
I
so.
can't do it. There's no way. There's no point in my life where I could ever.
You could do it.
No,
I
like
know
if you've earned a scholarship, then you should be able to shoot a layup.
Maybe
So
Division
it's not
III
contested
was
layup.
extreme. A scholarship basketball player should be able to get an uncontested layup 99.9% of the time.
Right.
Like and that Lanier, for whatever reason, that team, that last 2 years, like that was like like you said, Tim, it was cringeworthy. It was cringeworthy. I remember at the sports arena. I'm like,
I don't remember who the coach was, but like I've seen us miss like these like slam dunks.
Those are funny too.
Even worse.
Banking off the back of the rim.
It's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. I'm like, oh my god.
But
I feel bad for you.
No, I'm embarrassed for me for being like a part of this when that happens.
The funny thing is when we got Odom, it was Odom.
Dwan Odom, yeah.
We kept the missing layup thing. It was him though missing the layups. Like everyone else on the team at that point could make layups, but our star player, the one that like you go to when you're down 2 or 1, he's the guy, and then he would drive and miss. You'd be like, we traded a whole team missing layups for one person that misses them at the most critical moments ever.
We've had a shooting problem under Coach Hayes. It just
they make things for that.
Pink slips.
Yeah, no. Whatever works for you.
Are pink slips still a thing? Do people actually just get like fired by carbon copy? No.
I've never been fired. I have no idea.
I think you just get into like a Teams or Zoom meeting with your HR lady and your boss, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, do they call it the pink slip because like those old carbon copies, you had like the white one, the yellow one, and the pink one, and you just got the pink one? Is that what they call the pink slip?
Yes,
probably.
Okay, I like that. See, I know things. Or
you guessed. You asked a question.
I suppose things. Just call me the suppository.
What?
Because I suppose things.
Whoa.
The suppository.
Good thing we can't shoot.
But we sure can blow leads.
All right, last call.
We can take it to the hole, but we can't get it in.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
But actually,
we can get it to the rim, but we can't get it in.
But actually, we
rolls around the rim. Ryan must be running for office again. He thinks he can't have his face associated with this, but he forgot that I got his picture right up there. So
just kisses the backboard and rolls right in. No, but if we as a team can't shoot, we should definitely try to drive inside. Always get fouled, go to the line. Hopefully, not suck at free throws. I didn't look at free throw percentages the last
64%.
It's a little low. Should be above 70.
That's a lot of low. They should be 100% for every team ever.
Every team should be 100% until they allow the other teams to start like trying to block your free throw while you're shooting.
It's literally like the easiest shot in the world that you can practice over and over. It should be 90%, maybe not 100. Like,
do you think
forgive a couple, but holy crap, 70 or what did I say? 64%.
64, yeah.
Ugh. Do you think that, I mean, obviously this would never happen, this is just a hypothetical, but do you think that if they allowed every player 1 or 2 practice shots before their free throw, that you would see the number skyrocket? Because I feel like when you're sitting there and you're practicing the gym and you sit there and you stand at the free throw line and you're just draining them, you probably do 100 in a row. You never miss because you're used to making that shot with everything. But you've been running back and forth. You're tired. You just probably got knocked down because you were fouled or something like that. You're a little bruised up, whatever.
All true.
You're just not exactly sure how that ball's going to roll off those fingertips at that exact moment. But if you had that one practice shot before all of your free throws, that you'd actually get like a higher percentage. Like maybe that's what they should do. Like when they know they've been fouled and they're going to go get their free throws. Instead of handing the ball over to the ref, whatever, just like get it to the guy and let him stand there. Like just shoot one real quick and see what happens.
I mean, that shot should be muscle memory.
It should be.
I mean, they should be practicing that. Like, I mean,
they do.
It's the one thing you can practice like at home by yourself. Like, like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. 64%. It's crazy.
That's way more than I could ever do.
Obviously, there's something I'm missing because I feel like this is true of all teams. Like nobody's 100%, right? Nobody just makes all their free throws.
There's superstar athletes, like,
exactly.
That
80%
are known for not being good free throw. It wasn't like Magic Johnson known for being a bad free throw shooter or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but I feel like there's like
Shaquille O'Neal.
Hall of Fame Shaquille. There are Hall of Fame players that were like known for just not being good free throw shooters.
Yeah.
So,
but a not good NBA free throw shooter, I mean, is like 80%. You said something like that,
give or take. Yeah, they're right around there.
That's still like acceptable, I think.
Yeah, you're getting paid. You're getting paid $1 billion a year. 80%.
I mean, it's not great.
I mean,
and they got shit for it. So
as a team, we need to be above 70. Period. Like, you just have to.
Yeah,
you need to almost rely on the free throw to keep you in games or win games.
Mm-hmm.
It helped us win some of the games we won last year. We were shooting lights out free throws last
year. RJ was a great free throw shooter, and
so good.
That game, that one of his what was it?
Princess.
Yeah, man, that would have been a great shirt to make. Is like actually have an RJ shirt, Daddy's Little Princess, and just like have him that stern look that he gave back to the TDS crowd when they were chanting that after he drained two free throws and nothing but net.
It fed him. He loved.
And then
that is give it to me.
Outside of like monumental wins like the shot or just having won 34-7 or whatever you want to winning the first bowl game or whatever you got, beating Tennessee, like the minor moment, like the best minor moment in Georgia State sports history that I can recall is when they were shouting "Daddy's Princess" to RJ, and he just drained those two free throws and just turned and looked at that crowd and glared at them. Oh man, that was that was.
And then you started worrying.
And then on that team too.
We did. Yeah, we had what was his name?
For whatever reason, I'm thinking Kevin Ware, but it's not him. It's
no. It's what's his
Devontae?
name? No.
Like Ryan Harrow.
Yes, Ryan Harrow. He was a shit talker. He would get technicals all the time because he couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, but I think he enticed a few too.
Oh, he definitely got players to react. Definitely. He had the craziest layups that no one, like, out of control for the most part, but he would make them. Like, he would just do the craziest moves and throw it up, and you're like, there's no way it just went in.
Harrow and Harrow, yes, and White also was like that. They were able to just kind of like duck their heads, weave their way through, and go up for a layup and nail it. That was some exciting. Could you imagine if we would have had the Coach Hunter basketball program? Nothing changes. Everything's the exact same, except we're in the box instead of Sports Arena. Sports Arena got electric. It got crazy. That place was rocking. And if you had that same thing and had the ability to fill up the box, like that experience would have been just, oh my God, a Cameron Indoor type thing, It
would have been great. Except something happened.
I was talking to Ben. I was like, it's an absolute shame that we got the box built when we did after having Coach Hunter and and Lanier, and we've just done absolute, like, we've regressed as an entire program since then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
And it feels like, I mean, was that automatic? Was that like something somebody was just like, I've got all this money, if you build this thing, and they were like, well, I guess we'll build it then.
Well, from what I understand, I don't know all the intricacies or the ins and outs of it, but we were graduating our classes in McCamish Pavilion because we didn't have an indoor facility to do graduations, and Becker went to the Board of Regents or University of Georgia, however that bureaucracy works,
Well,
and
he loved
said
basketball too, so
he did, yeah, but he basically used that as his excuse. He said, we cannot be graduating our students in a different institute's
right
facility. We need to have our own place to do this. We can't.
Yeah.
We have too many students to do this in the sports arena, even winter graduations. So we need to have our own facility. And and by the way, we also have a basketball program that's is the best in the state, and I think we still have the best winning percentage in the state since the Ron Hunter era started.
Yeah, it's catching up though. We need to.
Oh yeah, it's very quickly catching up.
But
But
we need to find out how to win and shoot the ball.
we'll see. So we got beat the snot out of Toccoa Falls last night.
Expected win, right? Expected margin of victory. Like this is what you're supposed to do to these teams.
over 100 points. Yeah,
We beat them. We beat them by 40 points. We've played them 5 times total. This was our second to least margin of victory we've had against them.
we shot 51%.
Better.
Shouldn't we
But
be?
also-
Isn't 60 what you expect?
I would like
That's
to be.
Is that
pretty
really high? I'm not as into basketball as y'all, but
That's pretty high. I mean,
That's really
we
high?
win-
Okay.
We win every game. If that really
what's like
counts.
a norm? Like what's a bar, like a standard that we should be at?
Benchwarmers is a bar. I like Benchwarmers.
Ooh, the Benchwarmers is a good bar. Why don't we go there ever? We get distracted easily.
It's like 55.
Yeah, give or take around there.
Yeah, all right, I'll take 51 then. If 55 is the bar, I don't know. I know that's.
But you're
Doesn't make sense.
playing a division not school. Like we're supposed to be putting up 100 points against them.
You should absolutely put 100 points against them. Maybe not let them score 66, but
I think we beat them by 70 something last year.
it looked a little. Did you guys watch the game?
No,
I could not.
didn't.
I was not at home.
So I mean, at first it was a little shaky. Like they were hanging with us. We went into the half. They made a 3. They had fans there that our camera crew decided to focus on when they made the 3.
Yeah.
Which is
I saw you guys
interesting.
talking about that. So have we regressed so poorly that a non-Division I team has fans show up because they think they legit have a shot at beating us?
I guess.
Because I've never heard of a Toccoa Falls. Hell, Tim, you and me
The
when we drove.
Falls. The Falls.
Is that
They're
what they
right
call
up the
themselves?
street, though, right? I mean, they're
They're up 85. So when
Yeah.
when Tim and I went to App State a couple of years ago, we drove by and we saw the exit for Toccoa Falls. We're like, oh, that's where that
There it
is.
is.
I didn't know that.
Is it like in Toccoa?
But it's where everybody falls.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah, but
cliff.
it was scary, honestly. I'm like watching them not hang with us, but hang with us enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that I just couldn't. I wanted to like somehow get in touch with whoever produces our games and be like, you are our production people. Why are you focusing on their fans? Granted, we didn't have many fans there,
Yeah.
but just go focus
Was-
on the band or something. I don't know.
But
The
Nelson
Monday
said-
night game is going to always be a little rough.
Nelson said there's like 30 students there and they're like napping or something.
Yeah, they were
Sounds
napping.
about right.
It was like 349 people, apparently, something like that.
It's rough.
Rough.
A lot of squeaks.
All right. So Friday, NC Central. You guys going to go out to the game? I got
think so.
tickets.
Yeah.
I got tickets to the game.
I am unsure. I got to figure it out. I'm moving, so I got to figure out what I need to do.
It's the best
Yeah.
thing ever, by the way.
Moving sucks ass in the bad way.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
We're looking at hiring folks.
Definitely
That's
do
good.
that.
All right. How long have we been going? Are we going for a minute?
53
I don't know.
minutes.
Yeah, we're probably good.
Oh, yeah. We're doing good.
We didn't have anything
Right,
to talk
well-
about, and we've gone long.
All right. A couple of shout outs to get out. First of all,
What we got?
Women's basketball beat Georgia.
Woo-woo!
First time in 40 something years.
We should go to a women's basketball game this year.
Okay. Let me know. Actually, my daughters want to go to a women's basketball game. So
My daughter wants to go to one too.
that would be like, bonding experience, an encouragement thing, a pro thing. Yeah, so all right, we'll do that. We'll go to a women's basketball game. They actually their women's basketball team is actually hosting a tournament at the box at Thanksgiving week
tonight, I think.
Yeah, they beat Western Carolina.
Yeah.
Nice. I was taking my little notes down. We were up 10 points, and I got a notification that it was tied. But then I got a notification that we won the game, so it's good. But no, men's basketball is not hosting a tournament this year. First time ever, not happening in the box. And the women are. They got Purdue, Fort Wayne, Furman, and the Campbell Camels coming to town.
Gotta love those Camels. So they're the best.
Man, I would love to be. Not that I wish I would have gone to school there, but like, how cool would it to have a camel as your mascot? That's just awesome.
Weird mascots are cool. You know,
I know.
I just feel like we should have had a weird mascot.
Well, it's like, it's like Buffalo Bills. Just the city of Buffalo just has like a buffalo just standing flat-footed as like a logo they use. Like I would tell you wear a camel shirt that's just a camel. Like that's all it is. Just a camel sitting there.
I mean, it's the cigarettes from back when.
Basically,
yeah, Joe Camel.
Yeah. Oh, we could. Yeah, you could just do Joe Camel because they can't have him anymore.
Yeah, because
he was more popular with kids than Mickey Mouse, and the government said you can't do that. Look it up. It's fine.
I don't believe anything. So
that's what they said. At least that was the argument that was made.
Yeah, I believe the argument was made. I'm not sure if it was necessarily true or not.
Yeah.
But he did look cool with those sunglasses and that little sports coat he had.
Yeah,
he was right. I had all that, and like my family smoked Camels, and they had Camel bucks, and you could use them to buy things.
Camel Cash.
Yeah,
he was always in those little speedy roadsters with the hot camel chicks.
See, more popular than Mickey Mouse.
I mean, if Minnie showed a little cleavage, maybe I'd have been more into Mickey as well. So
mini bucks.
Weird. More of that at last call.
All right. Yeah. Also, cannot go out without talking about MVP Nick Arbuckle with the Toronto Argonauts.
The Argonauts. Hey, what's an Argonaut? I don't know.
It's a Canadian something.
Isn't Argonauts like the underwater astronauts? Like the Argonauts underwater?
It's Canada. I don't know. So anything goes.
Yeah.
Ryan, what you got for us there?
I don't know.
I was looking at basketball stats for shooting percentage. It's around 50% is really good. So I mean, in the mid 40s is really good too.
Argonauts were a group of 50 heroes who sailed with Jason on the ship to Argo in search of the Golden Fleece in Greek mythology.
Wow, that's a lot for a football team.
Mm-hmm.
So did they make it all the way from Greece to Canada?
Apparently.
Is that where the Golden Fleece was? That's a long trip.
And then they started to play football.
And they just kind of gave up and started to play. Like, couldn't find the Golden Fleece, so let's play football. Yeah. But that's kind of cool. I wonder if they have like a Golden Fleece as a internal trophy for their players or something. I don't know. Does Nick get a Golden Fleece now?
Who's our resident Argonauts expert? Where's Max?
That would be Tanya.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she was there for the game, wasn't she?
Did she go to it?
I think she was. I think she was there. I think that's why she was not at the game on Saturday. I think that's why she was up there in Toronto.
Oh no, she was in Athens.
Hold on. An Argonaut is also a type of octopus that lives in the open ocean. So they might just be octopi.
Wait, what is the open ocean? It's like
I think maybe like not a bay and like not a gulf.
That would be a bay or a gulf.
Well, it's ocean. I mean, like the Gulf of the Gulf of Mexico is ocean, right?
I don't know. I think people get really like hung up on specifics on that kind of crap.
Well, that's why they say open, so it's not one of those things.
Yeah, because the Argonaut octopi are like they see a gulf or a bay and they're like, "F you." That is not our place. It might be like
the water's too warm there. I'm gonna stay out here.
Do you think they're like segregated? Like they're not allowing the Argonauts into
the Finding Nemo, man. It's so dangerous out in the open ocean.
I hate Ellen DeGeneres.
It does seem pretty dangerous in the open ocean.
Yeah, she probably hates you too, David.
Well, it seems like she hates almost everybody.
I feel like
so
she's
it's
got a lot
probably
of hate in her heart.
I know, right? I really think she probably hates everybody.
Yeah.
And I do include myself in
Aw.
everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't hate Ellen DeGeneres. I don't care for her. Let me put it that way. I only hate a few people.
It seems like she's
And-
really terrible to her employees.
That's
Yeah.
what I read. I never actually found her comedy extremely funny for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, she had some good bits here and there, but in general, she was just
We
yeah.
we did have one of our listeners say, Daniel Wilkin, it says on the left, first GSU MVP for a professional sport. Go Nick.
Yeah.
Need to bring him back next year for an event. We should bring him back next year for our first home football game. Do the coin toss or whatever. Have him do something.
Yeah, actually, I totally had the comments closed off. I missed all these comments that we had going on here.
I just actually started. I opened the panel.
Oh my god, we have
We have all kinds of comments. Comments
Look at
about
that.
basketball. Comments about not
I should pay
raising
more
money.
attention.
Comments about students being on their phones. Nelson. Oh, hey Nelson. Shout out. Nelson, were you on your phone though?
Well, he was
is the
messaging during
question.
the game. He was messaging during the game. So.
He was as bored as the students were.
So do you think this athletics department has what it takes to just like invite Nick Arbuckle down for a game?
I mean, we could do it. You want to do it for them?
We could. We
tried to-
gotta stop coming up with these ideas that make them look good though. Like breaking ground so that they're not liars,
I
inviting Nick
love our
Arbuckle
idea.
down.
We
Gotta
totally
break
got to
the
do
ground.
that.
We gotta break ground. Gotta break ground.
We do.
I've reached out to Nick a couple times on Twitter, but I don't think he actually checks his Twitter account at all to try to get him on the podcast. This years ago, I tried to get Nick on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Well, we got a little time. We could probably figure something out.
yeah, well, we'll have to all get Argonaut jerseys to wear if we get Nick on.
That'd be rad.
Ooh.
I would totally do that. I actually, when he got signed by the Calgary Stampede or whatever it was,
Yeah.
I was gonna buy an actual Calgary T-shirt just to have that to wear and everything. And they're basically it's the same logo as SMU's like Mustang or whatever it is. And it was gonna cost me like $80 to get like a red
Cross-border.
T-shirt with the Mustang on it. And so I was like, I'll just buy an SMU Mustang shirt. It's the exact same logo. No one will ever know the difference.
That's hilarious.
That's
and
awesome.
then
No
like
one will know.
no one will know. No one's gonna know.
Yeah, you could just have Kim put Nick on the back or something, or Arbuckle. No one will know.
No one will
Part
know.
of the shirt.
And then COVID happened, and he never actually got to play his big contract and stuff. So,
But I just won the Grey Cup.
the Grey Cup.
Yeah, sure. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had to like really make sure the Grey Cup was the championship game. I was like, that's not just like a mid-season.
We call it the Super Bowl. They call it the Grey Cup.
I'm assuming there's a really good reason why it's called the Grey Cup.
It's probably not. It's probably like some like British monarch thing or something.
Earl Grey drank tea out of the cup, and yeah. So, all right,
We good? It's time to go on.
Over an hour. Woo!
Time to mosey on.
We ventured far and away. I still can't figure out how to use this app. Where's the go away button? All right, Tim, you want to take us out of here?
Yeah, sure. Thanks everyone for listening. We're gonna take a quick break. Maybe drive to the hole. Maybe get it in the hole. We're not sure. We'll figure it out while we're doing it.
Circle the rim.
We'll circle the rim. We will. I don't know. We'll do a lot. You'll find out. You got to join last call though. If you liked what you heard, or if you didn't, I don't really care. Neither does David nor Ryan. But you should always join our Patreon at patreon.com/State of Atlanta. You get live streaming access, discounts on merch, Golden Panther at tailgates, maybe some smash burgers if you're lucky and you beg David enough to actually make them, and our group chat action, which is lively, except usually after losses, it's pretty quiet for Monday.
We get a little solemn, a little somber.
A little solemn. So $5 a month. That's it. That's all we need from you. You'll be a fan of the show, and we'd love to have you aboard. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.